Hello, I'm Fred Brown, 8th District Council Member, and I'm here at the Pam Miller Downtown Arts Center. And I wanted to present this exciting place. We are located on Main Street between Martin Luther King and Limestone. And I'd like to introduce Celeste Lewis, who is the manager here at the Downtown Arts Center. And she can give us some information about what we have down here at this facility. So Celeste, if you would, tell us about the building and the background on what's happened here and a little bit of history.
Well, the Downtown Arts Center started off as a project of 3 buildings turned into one, and it was 2002 that it was completed, and then Lexington Parks and Recreation took over management in 2014. And we have been here presenting in the Black Box Theater, theater performances, music performances, dance, and we have 2 galleries, City Gallery and Community Gallery. So we have a lot going on in here, but it started with the building, and it has a great history. We've got a wall of fame here with a lot of the posters from the shows that we've had, and we like to think this place showcases the best talent that Lexington and Kentucky has to offer.
So what all do we have? I guess the first floor has got a lot of space here. What all do we have on this first floor?
The first floor has the Black Box Theater, and that is a 250-seat theater that is actually many different kinds of performances. We have small, intimate performances that have smaller audiences, sometimes 100 people, 50 people, all the way up to full-blown audiences in the round. And it's a true black box. It can be transformed into whatever you want it to be. The risers move, the lighting moves. We have a wonderful technical director here who does great lighting and can transform the space with projection, lights. We have aerial, groups that come in and do aerial things. So a lot can happen in this wonderful Black Box Theater.
We'll get back to Black Box a little bit. I want to expand that a little bit. But on the first floor, what else do we have here that we're renting out?
City Gallery is a wonderful art gallery, and that we have 6 shows a year for 2 months each. And that is fine art. We have photography, we have sculpture, we have paintings. We also have an area of City Gallery that has artist-made gifts. So it is a really full-service gallery, and we showcase the best that Kentucky has to offer in all those different mediums. So wonderful artists come and do 2-month shows. And our big stop for Gallery Hop. We have wonderful gallery hops here. I mean, crowded, wonderful, great gatherings for Gallery Hop. And we have Alfalfa Restaurant on our first floor, which is totally wonderful to have them as a partner here. And they do all of our food for Gallery Hop. They do we have a cash bar for Gallery Hop. They do a lot of our events with catering. So they're here open for lunch and for dinner.
That makes for a good partnership. What's the hours that you have here that it's open?
We're open every day but Monday. Mondays we're closed. We're actually here in the office, so if anybody needs anything, we can be reached on Mondays, but it's closed to the public. It's kind of a work day for us. And then Tuesday through Sunday, we're open. Saturdays and Sundays, we're open 10 to 2, so it's a shorter day, and that sort of mimics brunch at Alfalfa, so come have brunch and stroll the gallery. And then Fridays and Saturdays, we're open to 8 p.m. from 11 in the morning to 8 p.m. And then weekdays, we're open 11 to 5.
Okay, good. Well, let's move to the second floor. What do we have on the second floor?
Well, the second floor, we have lots of rental space for events, so we can have large conferences here. We can have wedding receptions, we can have meetings, we can have we have shared conference space, and also the management offices are up there, and a wonderful gem for downtown, the community gallery. So we have lots of revolving exhibits in there, and those exhibits are more like artists that want to showcase their work, or city initiatives, or people who want to show a project that they're involved in, and they have renderings, and so it's more of a community space. And we have a rehearsal studio, shared conference room, a meeting room, and community gallery.
You have a lot of room, a lot of activity. It's almost 5,000 square feet, I think, on both the first and second floor. I I understand the third floor now is it's not fully utilized yet, and it's not even fitted up. But we do have some interest in it from the Lexington Museum group. Fourth floor, though, you do have some space. It's all finished up there. That's for rent, also. Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's office space. It's smaller. It would be one office. It could be 3 offices. It could be like one office with a reception area. It has a lot of possibilities up there. Again, it's a transformable space. It's very finished, and it has been used in the past, but it's been vacant for some time. And if the History Museum were to move here, they would possibly be using it for their office space.
Okay.
But until that happens, yeah, it's a beautiful space. We love to show it off.
So actually, I mean, the whole structure here is being used to some extent. So you've got the first and second floor and the fourth floor, which makes up for you being able to charge rent and get the revenues in to offset some of the expenses. And I think that's good, a good thing to do. Let's move back to the black box. I think that's kind of a focal thing here, and really a good thing for this particular Arts Center.
Well, we're really super lucky because here we were really, from the moment we took over management, we are very embraced by the arts community. So we had this wonderful influx of talent, program, directing, production value. It all just came streaming in. So we are the performance home for Athens West Theater, which is an equity theater company here in Lexington. Movement Continuum, Dance Theater, Blackbird Dance Theater, Sora Aerial Artist does a lot of work here. We have a lot of different diverse groups that come and perform in the Black Box, but it's also a great place for a symposium or a conference, and we have projection, we have beautiful lighting, so we can transform that space into a lot of things. And then we have just many diverse groups here in town that come and use this space and provide entertainment and really quality work.
Are you getting the message out and advertising and things of that nature? Because to me, this is kind of a hidden jewel downtown, and I think I've noticed there's more and more usage of it, and you've got such a wide variety of usage that you can do, and some rental and that type of thing. So
well, the rentals
great.
are very interesting. We have a lot of variety in that. So we have conferences. We have just maybe a one-off meeting. We have, if they have a conference downstairs, we have breakout space upstairs so you can break out into groups. So I feel like a lot for the entertainment happens here. I feel like a lot of decision making and great joining of minds for the better good can happen here. I mean, many things can happen here when people come together and good stuff happens.
So the Lexington Fayette Urban County government took over management of this facility in 2014, and they come up with a management plan because it just wasn't working. The information wasn't getting out, and it was costing us quite a bit of money, which goes through the operating items, expenses go through the parks budget. And so they have developed, this with having a revenue stream. And in fact, the fiscal year 17, there was revenues of about $94,000 that offset the expenses for that particular year. It's still not, it still doesn't pay for itself in that realm, but it's certainly something that's moving forward, and it's part of the downtown, and it's part of the Arts Center. And
we feel really lucky that we had such an explosion of use of the space, and that people enjoy it. We get wonderful positive feedback. Every time we have things here, we get great feedback. So I think people are finding it, enjoying it. It's part of the quality of life of Lexington. It's part of what attracts new people to come to Lexington and bring their talents. I feel like to have a thriving art community is vital to Lexington.
Well, I think this is something that Lexington needs and has, and we just want to get the word out, and so that people know where you're at and what's going on, because I think this is one of the facilities that we need to promote. So
well, we appreciate it. We appreciate that very much.
Thank you for giving us some background and information on it. And I'm Fred Brown, council member out of the 8th District, and this is my council report. Thank you.